My biggest fear is my daughter watching me go through cancer when she's 15. Or, even worse than that would be her go through that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about the research, is because I feel like if they could at least research us and help another kid and another mother in another community, that I'll feel like our lives meant something, that something came out of this. But the only thing I see in the future right now is fear. Fear of the unknown, because we don't know. I think that's what keeps me motivated, is the injustice. You say you fight to the death for your child, and it's not just a black bear. I'll fight my government, I'll fight Norfolk Southern, but it does get tiring. My husband and I were on the brink of divorce because he said I was obsessed. You don't ever take a break, you don't ever do anything with me. And, I tried to explain to him that if something comes up and News Nation calls and says, hey, we want to do an interview tonight, it's a chance to spread awareness. I've given up so much time with my daughter and with my husband to fight this when half the people aren't appreciative anyways. The number of messages that I still get on a daily basis from people saying, hey, I'm sick, but I don't want my kids bullied, or I don't want to be trashed like you were. Like, it's disgusting. Who would want to live in a community where you can't even tell your neighbor that you're sick? It makes me think, when the hell do you stand up? Your kids are sick. Why is your reputation in East Palestine so important that you don't want to speak up? Yeah, I've been bullied, but you know what? If it was be bullied or let your kids soak in chemicals, stand up, use your voice. And I tell people that every single day. As time goes on, you're seeing a lot of people change their attitudes because they're seeing the illness in the community, or now they themselves have become ill. I hope it gets to the point where people can speak up. But I definitely know that people are sick. They're getting more sick. And every day we're getting more and more illness reported to us. That's part of my issue with the class action settlement. Part of it is that Norfolk Southern, how'd they put it? There's no negligence on the part of Norfolk Southern. And again, that's a record. Not just in our courts, but in history, saying that they didn't do anything wrong, and they did. And that's what I want. I want people to know what the EPA did and that it was wrong. I know what right and wrong is, and I don't care if everyone else in the room is sitting there saying everything's fine. I'm going to speak up to what's right, and what is right is, like I said, for there to be accountability for what has been done to our community.